And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here goes the hot! Watch the hot! Hey, watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Here goes the hot!
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Throwing is Keenum. Open man right side is Ingram. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Keenum. And Ingram hauls it in.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go, D, let's go! Hey, let's get there. You go tight. 22! You got tight. 22! Down. Alert 3!
Off play action. Keenum gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Now Saquon Barkley. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll run with Penny, and he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal?
6 guard. Check 6 guard. Hey, take 53, 55.
Now Keenum. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Got it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
They'll start out here with the option left. And, oh, right away, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
Here goes the high. Like 20. Squeeze, double.
This will be caught at about the 6. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. A lot of people thinking that this could be a good year for Sterling Shepard to step out of the shadows of Odell Beckham Jr., but a season ago, pretty good for Sterling Shepard. 66 receptions, 872 yards, and now hoping for a 1,000-yard campaign in 2019. On second down, here's Barkley, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. They got the ball in great field position after the fumble, but this defense tried to stand tall.
They certainly are, and a lot of times after you pick up a fumble or get an interception, you have momentum on your side. You kind of walk through a defense and score. Not so fast, not in this case.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
So second and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley.
58.
Keenum. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on third and goal? The quick slant caught, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Cameron Meredith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Now After the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. He'll pitch it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Ready? 10-2 start.
13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming.
Stick the oar. Check, 47, 6-6. Pull it high. Five.
Now on 2nd and 13. Stick. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. But now it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Stick, 3rd and long. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Throwing on 2nd down. Keenum. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down and 4. Keenum. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Here's Keenum. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
50, play.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stick. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Hey, Delta. Rock it.
Third down, they'll throw with Stick. Going deep here for Stills. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenny Stills, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Michael Johnson marches in to sack him. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Keenum. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
And nothing but daylight ahead. 20, 10, 5, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Check it out. Check 61. Matchbox lights. Check that. Hey, zoom.
First and 10, stick. Going deep here for Parker. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. Parker, the intended target. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times...
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Cameron Meredith. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
15-1. 15-1.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Nelson Aguilar with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times. But also, they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. The quick slant caught, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Cameron Meredith on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready up.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I don't think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the eye. Smooth. Look. Squeeze.
Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, it's Stick. And Stills over the middle. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First down, Dolphins.
Ready. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. 5.
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. He finds Kalen Ballage, his running back. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Here we go. 5. Ready.
Stick to throw once more. This one into the hands of the running back, Ballage. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 more there and another first down. Here's Stick looking to throw. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Ballage in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely.
The Giants take over.
That's it, baby. We got work.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return as his guys are back within a single score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Back's mine, back's mine. Hey, 50, 22, 58.
2nd and 5 now. Keenan steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
The drive will start with an option going left. The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. The 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenny Stills, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Sanders now to add the extra point. And that one puts them on top here in the 3rd. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had that lead that is now gone. It is completely gone. But how does that affect the psyche? Or am I reading into that too much? They should be okay still?
No.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. Now it's Keenan. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jerome Baker. He's got daylight. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down. They'll run here with Balaj. And coughed it up.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now Stick. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. This is caught. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Touchdown, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Mike, 57. Come off the ball.
Go.
Shoot.
A shotgun throw for Stick. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Giants are once again going to retake the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This is fielded at the goal line.
Jakeem Grant down the return. The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Ready.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Go.
Fire.
Stick from the gun. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kareem Martin. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Ready.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Now, this is a nice little gift-wrap situation as they take over 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Dolphins 42.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On 2nd and 11 now. Stiff. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kareem Martin able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Stick back to pass. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants.
Let's go.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
The throw here caught by Devontae Parker. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
A gain of 14.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back.
Hey, Echo. Look at me. Go. Shoot.
Stick looks to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jakeem Grant. A touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead.
Touchdown, Miami.
So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
Orbit. Fire.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They attempted to fade to the back corner of the end zone unsuccessfully. And I've been with you long enough, Brandon. I know it's not one of your favorite calls.
Well, it's interesting. Before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner. But you actually have told me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really it's a weird deal, isn't it? But you've got to just move that defender inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where there just isn't much.
On the run, it's Barkley. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Hey, easy. Hey, let's go. False one.
Now a play fake, and it's Keenum. Open man right side is Ingram. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Keenum now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. This is Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 30.
On 2nd and 11 now. Keenum to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra
And down he goes. Keenum is sacked.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play action sack. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Squeeze. Ready.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
1st down, Dolphins.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
1st down, Miami.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Gonna throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Check, 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 check. Check, check.
Recon, 132 fighter. Leo. Go. Go.
Stick looks to throw it again. And Stills has got it. Touchdown, Miami. Kenny Stills, 29 yards. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On 2nd and 9, Keenum. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, man. Motion, bump, bump, bump.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo!
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Joker, 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 joker.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Check right. Watching you five. That's the pass.
On first down, Barkley. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
All right, 53. 55, my God, 55. We don't want this.
Now Keenum. Caught right side, Tate. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 16. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Keenum going to throw. And he's caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Back to throw, Keenum. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Sterling Shepard. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and goal.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Shift. Watch the shift. Hey, easy. Hey, let's go. Fourth one.
Throwing now, Keenum. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Balaj. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will get them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Giants, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they will hit the road next week.
Up this magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle.